welcome to this year's first episode of Chancellor Chats. We're back up, we're back running. Christmas is well and truly behind us. Sure, what can we do when we start about calving? Today we have with us Lacey. Liam is from Inform Nutrition. Liam, welcome here today, and can you tell us a little bit about yourself and Inform Nutrition?
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for inviting us on to have a chat about calf health, and it's a very apt time of year, I suppose, just beginning the calving season now to get going with products like this. And Liam Lacey is my name from Inform Nutrition. I'm working with them now for 7 years. I mainly cover backup technical support on the products, and I cover the east of the country. So I'm farming at home myself, some beef and sheep, and that's basically my role with Inform Nutrition, is the support of the products.
Yes. Now, Inform do milk additives, which we're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
Also do other minerals. They do what else?
So Inform is a family-owned business. It's based in Whites Cross, County Cork, and we have another factory in Watergrass Hill, where we manufacture a lot of our nutraceutical range of products.
Yes,
so we supply all of Ireland, and we export as well to 60 countries worldwide.
Very good. Now, I suppose we are here today to talk about, milk additives today. Milkshake.
Yes.
One of your most popular products.
Yep.
Something that's been around a long, long time.
Correct, Lisa. Yeah.
This is for people that don't know it, but everyone does.
Yep.
This is the bucket.
Yeah, I suppose,
if you
as you
haven't
said,
used it, you've seen it.
Yeah, you've definitely heard about it, Anya. And I suppose, as you're right, the company was founded in 1986, and I think this was one of their first products.
It's nearly as old as I am.
Yeah. So it's what it is it's an additive for whole milk and milk replacer.
Yes.
So essentially, its main role is it has a unique blend of organic acids. So what they do is they help to digest the milk better, so you have more nutrients available for protein, energy, growth for the calf, basically. So you're digesting the milk a lot more thoroughly, and you leave a lot more nutrients available for supporting the calf to grow.
So it's just enhancing already what milk has.
Exactly. So cow's milk typically is very good for protein and fat, but it's very weak on vitamins and trace elements. So this product is also fortified with vitamins and trace elements to boost that aspect of cow's milk, and it will also help as well enhance your milk replacers as well.
It increases weight gain by 15%. That's a fair old thrive now, to be fair.
And that was conducted in a research centre. So we can, in certain situations on farm, we can probably get better growth rates than that.
I've used it myself at home on my farm.
Yeah.
I've noticed first you mix it as per instructions, which are it's a scoop
per gallon.
A scoop per gallon.
Yeah.
So
or a scoop per calf it's 15 grams per calf per day.
15 grams per calf per day.
Yeah.
And obviously you mix it into water.
Yep.
You whisk it, and then from there you actually add it to the whole milk. Just say this suggestion we're using whole milk.
Exactly.
Now I've noticed when you mix it and you whisk it, it might curdle a little bit.
Yes, and that's perfectly normal. This is the function of the product. What you want to happen is to bring the milk as close as possible. You need to get to the point of curd, because that's essentially what happens in the abomasum of the calf. You want to curdle the milk as fast as possible. So farmers often say to us, we can get an issue when we go to 5 litres per calf per day, but if we go to 6, we see this white, milky type feces coming out the back of the calf that's softish and not very desirable, can wet the pens and cause problems.
And that's undigested milk.
Exactly. So when milk doesn't get digested properly in the abomasum, it goes down into the small intestine, where it can ferment and come out as that loose feces, and that's nutritional scour, basically. You need to clot all that milk, and this is giving the calves the tools to efficiently clot and digest all that milk.
Very good.
So you can tend to feed higher levels.
Very good. Now, the other thing I would have noticed, and I suppose now that we have the expert on, it's the perfect time to ask, when we do use this in whole milk, sometimes I would notice maybe some of the curds left behind in the milk feeder. Is that an issue?
No, well, it's not an issue. As we say, that's what you want. You want curdled milk. Ideally, if you could feed curdled milk to a calf, it's the best way to feed it, but unfortunately, it's difficult to move through.
It's a liquid diet only,
it's a liquid diet. So that is no harm at all. It's just left behind, didn't go through the deep feeder, that's all.
Very good. Now, just moving on from whole milk, this is also can be used with milk replacer.
Yes.
Something that a farmer may argue, milk replacer, solid package all on its own, why would I need to actually add more to it?
I suppose,
increased costs?
Yeah, but there's a lot. I suppose we just touched on a couple of things that are in this product: the trace elements, the vitamins, and the unique blend of organic acids. We've also some prebiotic in this as well, which help to promote good bacteria in the gut, and they also adhere to binding sites in the gut, so they prevent pathogenic organisms from attaching onto the gut.
Oh, very good.
So those prebiotics are a key role in supporting the immune function of the calf as well.
So even though it is an increased cost, you will get the maximum benefit from that increased cost in the first 8 weeks of life.
Exactly. For every gram of average daily gain a calf achieves on milk pre-weaning, worth about 6 to 7 litres in their first lactation.
Really?
Yeah. And a check at that stage really hampers performance of that heifer if they move into the herd.
Yeah, and you're talking about 1 gram per day.
It's tiny.
That is tiny for 6 litres, which take milk at 30 centilitre, let it be
And
40
research has
centilitre,
proven that,
180 to 240
like
per cow.
The point is that gain is so important. Like research also would prove that if a calf gets a sickness, say a pneumonia sickness or a bad scour sickness in that first 8 weeks, they should be really, may not be suitable to go into the herd, as lifetime performance will be hampered.
So milkshake, we were talking about the first 8 weeks of life being the most efficient in terms of
average daily gain. Yeah.
Average daily gain in the calf's life. How long do we feed this? When do we start feeding this product, and how long should we feed it for?
Ideally, you should start feeding at day 1, because you're getting in the goodies that are in this to support the immunity of the calf and prevent any pathogenic organisms from disrupting that. So you're chasing the bad bugs and the bad bacteria and stuff
from the get-go.
So you're not some people come to us and say, if you start feeding at a week old when I move them to a certain area, you've let the pathogenic organisms get going at that stage, so you're fighting against time there.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So you need to get in day 1 really, and most of the trouble comes in the first 3 weeks to a month. So that's the key time for the first month, but we do recommend you'll get the gain for the whole milk period. So
from straight up to weaning.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, just on milk feeders and stuff, can this be fed in conjunction with milk feeders?
And of course, there's an applicator on a lot of the machines, and you can calibrate that to 2.5 grams per litre.
Yes.
Or 3 grams per litre, and if you're feeding 6 litres per day, that'll give you 15 to 18 grams.
Very good. And that would be the powder applicator onto these
machines.
feeders. Yes. No, it's good to know, and just to see that you have options with milkshake. Yeah. And I have noticed, when this has been fed to calves, and you've seen, on my travels around the country, you've seen it being fed to calves, you do notice a nice healthy shine off the calves.
You do, yeah. And that's what people notice. If they do take bull calves out to the mart, they may say, look, can be hard to justify the expense on them.
Yes.
But it really makes them perform better in the mart. They look better. They're clean behind.
Yes.
They really stand
difference.
out. Yeah.
The doubt has gone out of the buyer's mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So also, we've, a few little other things in it, like surface acting antibodies as well, against the 4 main types of scour: rotavirus, coronavirus, salmonella, E. coli.
Very good.
They're surface acting antibodies. They work in the gut.
Yes.
So they help to reduce the level of infection and the level of infection coming out into the environment as well.
Very good.
So from older cows.
In the last couple of years, I've seen people move from the likes of Milkshake over to another product, which is Milkguard. Is behind you.
So this has been a follow-on, I suppose, since I'm 7 years with Inform. I suppose this product has been on the go that length. So this is just for more intensive purposes, where intensification is higher and there's more calves on hand now on farms.
Yes.
There's more disease pressure.
Yes.
More chance of infection.
So there's more in the bucket, basically, is there?
Basically.
So if there's more in the pens, there's more in the buckets to deal with it.
Exactly. There's more in this bucket to fight your infectious scours, the likes of your rotavirus, coronavirus, cryptosporidium type, more nasty type infections.
Yeah.
So what's in this is Seaguard, which is Merview Ireland is our sister company, which makes the nutraceuticals, and this is a patented brand, Seaguard, which is a blend of essential oils and plant extracts.
Right.
And they are natural bioactive compounds.
Yes.
That contain antimicrobial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory properties.
Oh, very good. So it's natural products helping the system.
Natural products helping the immune system of the calf fight infection. Yeah.
Very good.
So
there's nothing really apart from the Seaguard, and of course there is a difference between the products. Don't get me wrong.
Way higher level of antibodies as well.
Very good.
Way more antibodies against the rotavirus, coronavirus, salmonella, E. coli type scours. So they will protect the gut as well.
And in terms of feeding rate,
same
15 grams per gallon.
Yeah.
Scoop per gallon. Mix into water, mix into your whole milk or your milk replacer, or feed in your hopper, or
through the automatic machine.
Yes.
So
very good.
Look, the big thing we find with this product is everybody knows calf rearing can be tricky. They're very, young animal. Obviously, they're very poor enough immune system emerging,
and a lot happens in a small,
very short space
period of time. Yeah, and there's things that can be overlooked from labour's perspective.
Exactly, and labour is a very, very significant shortage on farms. So what people do not want is trouble with calves, going around giving them electrolytes
Yes.
and having to drip sick calves. And, you know, the most frustrating thing a farmer will tell you is, I go feed the calves in the 10 teat feeder and 1 or 2 won't drink today.
Yes.
1 won't drink tomorrow.
Unbelievably
Frustrating.
annoying. Yes.
So you want to eliminate all that, and the last thing you want to be doing is going off in a busy day to mix up 2 litres of electrolyte to go chase the calf and give it to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know? So that is the key reason why people have merged onto this product, I suppose, in the last number of years.
And like the likes of Crypto and Roto, they have gone.
Yeah.
They've got quite bad in the last couple of years.
Of course.
Even, you know, the Rotovac vaccine sometimes is not able to cope with the level of infection
course.
that's in a shed.
And I suppose that the vaccine too is a great thing to do, but it also needs a lot of things. You know, the cow has to have a good immune system when she receives the vaccine.
Yes.
You have to get the colostrum into the calf quickly
Timing.
in the first 2 hours of when the cow calves.
Yes.
And get her milked in time. So there's a lot of things you need to do to get all that to work.
Yes.
So the key is the colostrum and having that sufficiently done. But then these are just natural.
The 1, 2, 3 rule.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's it. And the natural support then to be able to support those calves' immune systems naturally, and you can prevent then a lot of this going in with antimicrobials and things like that.
Yeah, but you're very right on this whole, you go into a pen of calves, let there be 10, 12 calves in the pen. This one's not sucking today, this one's not sucking this evening.
Yeah, it's a complete disaster.
Yeah, like there's no consistency there. Yeah. You're constantly worried. You're going around worried about calves that you shouldn't be worried about.
And you're not focusing on things that you know, on the farm otherwise that you could be doing.
Oh yeah, there could be like 15 cows into calf as well, and sure the whole thing has gone mess.
This is it.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why this has grown so well. You know?
So prevention
is key,
and it's obviously better than cure. But it's great to have these kind of products
in your
on
armoury.
the market, and of course they're all available here in Daltons.
Yep.
But no, it's great to have, and someone like you to have the backup advisory that we need in terms of these types of products.
Exactly. And when to feed them and how early to feed them is key as well.
Again, through the length of the calf's life on milk.
Yeah, but from day one, really, if you have problems with rotavirus and things like that.
So this should be stocked in the cupboard, ready to go.
Ready to rock, yeah.
Now, actually, sorry, I'm coming back here a little bit on myself now. When you say we feed from day one, we're not feeding into beastons now.
If you have a high enough disease pressure and you do have significant problems, that is recommended.
Very much so.
Yeah. If you have significant problems, yeah.
Very good.
If you don't, you can leave it, till your first feed of milk the next morning or whatever.
Like some people will talk about little things like palatability. No issues there.
That's the thing. When you get them on day one, they know no different.
Perfect. Well, moving on from this, and just in case it might go pear-shaped, not that we hope it doesn't. We hope everyone has a good calving season.
Exactly.
We've got 2 other products that we'd like to talk about.
Yeah, I suppose this is just our calf aid tube, which is an immunity paste. So this paste is for a newborn calf. So look, every farm I suppose should have a box. There's 12 come in a box. Mm-hmm. You will definitely find use for 12 of those on a farm. You know, a calf that may, unfortunately calf out in a cubicle house might get a bit cold.
Yes.
It's just packed with vitamins, chelated trace elements, an energy source as well, an appetite stimulant, help them get up and suck.
Very good.
And just general immunity, prebiotics and stuff that help the gut as well.
So as soon as the calf is born, or as soon as you find the calf that might be under pressure, potentially coming down the scrapers or something, these things happen?
Or a set of twins, or a calf that might be a small bit weaker. And that's where people get on this calf aid product. They'll use it on a calf that's weaker, or a set of twins, and they'll eventually then use it on more calves.
Now I just see on this we have we'll say a measurement guide down it.
Yeah.
Is it 1 tube per calf or
1 full tube per calf? Yeah.
And you have to harm to ask why the measurement is on it?
Because that tube could be used for something else, smaller animal. For example, we could use that in a lamb. We have a lamb aid paste as well.
Right.
And that's a smaller
so that's
dose
it's not part of the actual product in the tube. No, it was just something that I said.
Yeah.
Well, do you split them in 2 or what? Like
full tube, yeah.
Yeah, full
down
tube.
the back of the tongue and straight down.
Very good.
So that also has our Seaguard blend as well, which is our plant extracts and essential oils to help the gut as well.
You would often hear like of maybe of a calf that might be struggling in the first few hours.
Of course.
Give him a shot of multivit or something like
and
that.
And vigour, puts a bit of vigour and life into the calf. So you'll see him actively getting up and going faster when you give them one.
Yeah, no, that's actually it should be in everyone's cabinet. They're very handy. Great get up and go type thing for a calf.
Very easy administer, and the calf just gets the nutrients he needs.
Very good. Moving on to your start aid. This is actually an electrolyte.
Yes. So this, when we brought it out in the market first, was probably people were looking at it going, how is that an electrolyte? It's in a tube. It's not very much. It's 60 ml.
Yeah.
I suppose the key with this is ease of use.
Yes.
So this came out first. It was hard to get farmers on it originally, but when they saw the benefit of it and how easy it is to use, they really took onto it. It's like you can spot your calf quickly. The best time to spot a calf with a diarrhea is in a short space of time after feeding. So if you can get someone on the farm just to hang around after you feed them in the evening time or morning, spot and having a diarrhea,
Yeah.
you can administer this straight away. And
Okay.
you don't have to be going looking for lukewarm water, mixing up a sachet, 2 litres of water and trying to get that into a calf. Administer this straight away. It is a triple action electrolyte. Has obviously it does electrolyte as well, restores electrolytes, as vitamins to boost the immune system, and it has threonine as well that helps restore mucus in the gut.
Very good.
Oftentimes you see a calf with diarrhea, you might see a bit of slime coming out. That could be some of the mucus coming out from the gut and the lining of the gut wall just being eroded. So
Very good, because I have a couple of years ago, well, maybe it could be 10 years ago, there used to be electrolytes, or we'll say, there would be electrolytes that would be in gel.
Yeah.
And this is kind of taking on the same concept. Is it gel based?
Gel, yeah, it's the gel inside the tube, yeah.
And that just goes in, down into line the stomach.
Helps line the gut back, yeah.
Very much so.
But it's the ease of use really, and I suppose people will say then, what if a calf has lost a lot of fluids? Well, then obviously then you need to go in
And
and
replace.
administer. But the key with this is spot the calf in time, and then you have a quick treatment.
And how many of these do you think, when you've spotted a calf with a scour?
Administer one,
Yes.
and then monitor the calf then and see how they're going. If they're coming in drinking that evening, you could administer another one if you think he's not fully right.
Yeah.
But I've often seen a calf administer one in time. It's a great trick. It just solves the problem straight away.
And you then back onto your milk. Your
Keep
3
them on the
litres of
milk all the time.
And would you like restrict milk or anything like that?
Always keep the milk into them. Because when people go off milk and go straight onto electrolyte only, people find the calf gets weaker.
Yes.
And they've actually found in a lot of regional labs, it's actually a cause of death can be a lack of milk.
Yeah, so like they'll have the water, they'll get the salts, but they're hungry.
Yeah,
they have
hungry.
nothing in their belly really.
And the biggest thing, if you were ever sick, what is the first symptom you have? Tiredness.
Right.
Your immune system consumes a huge amount of energy. That's why you're tired. So if your immune system is fighting an infection, you get tired very fast. You need energy to keep your immune system going.
And you get energy from food.
Exactly. So if you restrict the milk, which is very high in energy, the calf can go downhill very fast.
Very good. Well, it's just good to we've heard all these things before, but it's great to get these points, reiterated over time.
I suppose the good thing about the StartAid brand of electrolyte in the paste or the powder form is their pH balance. So they do not affect the clotting of the milk.
Very good.
So you can feed them in conjunction with milk at the same time you feed the milk or whatever.
Yes.
So they will keep the milk. The milk will still be able to clot and function properly.
Now, unlike the weather we had last week, this week is a lot milder, but I presume keep them at some kind of a reasonable temperature going into the calf system.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, that's it for today, lads. I hope you found it very interesting. Just to let you know again, all these products are available through Daltons. If you need any further information, please contact myself, Stephen, Patsy or Melvin up in Cullihill. And even if you want even further information, we'll get you straight through to Liam himself for a lot more in-depth advice. Guys, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you the next time.